Life is a
game.
They say I can't win. Oh, never.
Amount of
Nothing there me down
before
my life
begins.
I won't be afraid to challenge myself.
They won't
Ever break my fire. My dreams won't die.
if I hide.
Fight in the sky. Spreading my wings.
Take
off. It's time to fly. Take a chance to make it all the way. Take a chance. Forgetting
yesterday.
Take a chance with me. Nothing will bring me down. No retreat. When I leave all my fear behind. My future is still alive inside. Take a chance and achieve.
My doubt
Away. Believing
gets
me through my
darkness.
days. Take a chance to make it all the way. Take a chance. Forgetting
Yesterday.
Take a breath.
With my heart.
Will lead the way. Take a chance. I'll take a chance today.
Hello and welcome to episode 39 of the Seal of Progrichalcos. Last episode we entered the Zexal era, opening up Generation Force, and then proceeded to play GX era decks like Lightsworn.
You've stopped moving forward. In fact, you're regressing.
And then Yami Bembo also made an appearance to play Venom Burn. There are no new changes to the ban list, so let's get straight on into today's first set, Photon Shockwave. Photon Shockwave was the second core set of the Zexal era, and looking at the secret rares, you can tell that this set was an absolute juggernaut when it came to format defining cards.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
Rescue Rabbit, Dolka, Zen Mines, Rabbit in like the chain beat decks, even Metaion was really crazy at the time. This set has a lot of really strong cards at the high end. Sadly at lower rarities there isn't too much to get excited for. Kageta Kaje and the Wind Up Knight are probably the best of the rares, this card just being a free rank 4 enabler and this card being very usable in the wind up strategy. The other cards don't matter too much unfortunately. In the Ultra Rares, there are a few standouts like Lagia, Gept, and potentially the Wind Up Kitten if we ever get to play Sprite way down the line, but most of these other Xyz monsters and random bosses like Latinum and Serato didn't really see too much play. Sadly, a similar thing is true for the Super Rares, with Wind Up Hunter probably being the best card of the bunch. Feng Wang did see a little bit of play, just being a good way of dealing with set back row, but as a one tribute spirit monster it was hardly going to be meta defining. The Xyz monsters here again don't really do too much, although Giga Brilliant is an okay attack boost. Then in the commons, god, this is like depressing. None of these cards are good. I guess Shark Stickers was a free rank 3, What Cobra saw some play, Vanilla's funny, same with the Rabbit Dragon. Monster Slots is a funny way of potentially getting yourself free bodies on the board. One Day Piece obviously very usable in like Exodia or Final Countdown builds. And yeah, the rest of this just really sucks. So you know what I said right at the start of this set when I said this set was a heavy hitter?
I lied.
There are like 4 good cards in this set and they're all at secret rare. Yikes, this sealed game is going to be hell. Let's head on over to our collection to see how well we pulled. Alright, so looking at our pulls, we did manage to pick up a Black Ray Lancer. Oh my god, we actually got a secret rare, but it's D, boys. Like literally the worst one ever. Oh man, loads of Evo cards that don't matter. We did get a Feng Wang, that's kind of cool. Gishki Beast is kind of necessary for some ritual builds way down the line. 3 monster slots, that's good for sealed. Rabbit Dragon. Oh, it's nice to see that we did pull the Wind Up Hunter, that's a really good card, but a shame we only got 1 Bat given it's a common. 1 Knight as well is a bit disappointing given it's a rare. We did get enough Warrior though. Yeah, honestly not really too sure what on earth I'm going to be able to build out of this because there's so many cards that literally are just meme cards like the Pine Kono and Road Nut. Like this is going to be a weird sealed deck. So looking at our deck, I was kind of right, this is all over the place. Starting off we have the Diplo. If it's summoned by the effect of an Evo tile, we can pop 1 spell trap on the field. 3 Pelter, if summoned by an Evo tile, it gains 500 defense. And if it was summoned by the effect of an Evo tile monster, then it's destroyed by battle, we get to add an Evo tile from deck to hand. And then finally for the Evolzors, we got Volcano. If it's summoned by the effect of an Evo tile, we can target an Evolzor in the graveyard and special summon it. To get these effects, we must summon them with the Evo tiles. And to that end, we are playing 3 Gefiro. If he's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, we can revive an Evolzor from the graveyard. And then 2 Odonto. On normal summon, he just lets us special summon an Evolzor from the hand. So potentially we can go like Odonto into Diplo and pop a back row, or Odonto into Pelter, make a big 2500 defender. That's probably the dream.
So a boring dream.
We then have the one Fenglong, just a really good out to a lot of the problematic back row in the set. Really nice that in a sealed environment like this card might have a chance to shine. One Emerald, this is just an 1800 attack monster. One Junk Defender, this guy can summon himself from the hand to be a body.
Lousy junk bot.
Then we have one Needle Sunfish. This card, if it's sent to the graveyard, we can sink an opponent's monster by 500 attack. But the main reason we're playing it is that if we normal summon it, we can then special summon a Shark Stickers from the hand, enabling us to make our Black Ray Lancer. Then we have one Wind Up Bat. It can turn itself to defense mode to add back a Wind Up monster from the graveyard to the hand. One Wind Up Hunter. By sending another Wind Up monster we control to the graveyard, we can loop one card out of Tabas's hand. One Knight, who can negate attacks against Wind Ups, and then 3 Warrior, who can boost its attack by 600. Then we have 2 Vanilla just as a body blocker, 3 Ego Boost so we win combat, 2 Murmur of the Forest to book a Moon cards, a 1 Day of Peace to stall out the game, 3 Zen Malfunction to summon back our wind-ups, 2 Evolutionary Bridge, another good way to protect our life points, and then 3 Mirror Mail to allow our monsters to crash with other monsters. In the side we're playing a whole bunch of things that don't matter, and then we do have the 1 Black Ray Lancer. If you can summon this guy using any combination of Needle Sunfish and Shark Stickers, once a turn it can detach a material to negate one monster's effect to the end of the turn. Pretty good card, 2100 attack is also not too shabby. Right, let's head on into the replay. Okay, phew, the Wind-Up Knight really fixed the hand there. We were a little bit lacking for strong monsters, but thankfully we've got the old Knight in Shining Armour here to protect us. Tabas is going to set down 2, summon his own Knight. Okay, we are getting the Knight on Knight action here. We are going to tribute for the Fenglong, just obliterate Tabas's back row here. 2 Mirror Mails, absolutely wrecked here. Knight will use his effect to negate the attack, and then Fenglong will bounce to hand. We are susceptible to a lot of damage here, and the Sunfish is pretty beefy. 3300 is big. We're going to set down our Vanilla though, that can at least stall out a little bit, and we can maybe then get more value from the Fenglong. The Warrior comes down and is going to use his effect to buff up the Knight. That is unfortunately enough to deal with the Vanilla, and we are going to take another 2700 here. Uh-oh.
I know this looks bad.
Mirror Mail is quite nice, but not exactly usable at this stage. We're going to set down cards, and oh my god, we are playing on the edge. Why don't we go for the 1 Day of Peace? Air Traffic Control is going to get activated.
Air traffic control!
For sure. And thankfully, our Warrior is just big enough to not die in battle. Right, we're going to tribute him off for the Fenglong, destroying Tabas's back row, and then we're going to kill Tabas's Knight at long last. In the main phase 2, we're going to fire off the 1 Day of Peace just to ensure we don't die, and then Fenglong will bounce back to the hand. Monster slots will get fired off. Tabas is going to banish his level 4 Wind-Up Knight, draw a card, it's the Ego Boost, and nothing happens. Tabas is going to set 1 card in the back row and pass the turn. Right, we have to go offensive here with the Diplo, summon him out, and then use him to just try and deal with the Warrior here, firing off our Ego Boosts in combat to do so. Tabas's turn, and down comes the Senior Silver Ninja. It's got a flip face out, so I don't need no other ninjas. Okay, he's just a 2300 attack dude, fair enough. Ego Boost is going to get fired. We're going to go Mirror Mail plus our own Ego Boost. That, I think, somehow equalizes the field and both things die.
Crashing them
Senior Silver Ninja boosted by Ego Boost.
into a...
Evil Sword Diplo boosted by Ego Boost and equipped with Mirror Mail.
How long have you been in the Force?
Our turn, we've not got much going on, so we're going to set our Geffaro. At least that can revive back to the Diplo and hopefully out Tabas's back row. Down comes Bat. It's going to swap to defense mode and grab the Wind-Up Warrior from deck to hand. Our turn, we're kind of back in the game now. We're going to summon down the Volcano and just deal with the Bat here. Tabas's turn, he's just setting, hopefully regretting. We're going to tribute for the Fenglong, deal with whatever this card is. It's the Vanilla. Oh, what a heads up play. Fenglong just strong enough. He's going to bounce back to our hand in the end phase, and Tabas is just setting and hopefully regretting. We're going to set down our Wind-Up Warrior. Tabas is going to set down another mystery card. Now we're at a point where we can't actually attack. So we're going to flip over the Warrior, fire off the Hunter's effect, tributing the Warrior to pitch a card from Tabas' hand. The Larval Lance Lord falls. And in battle, we're going to try and take on one of Tabas' monsters. Unfortunately, it's another Warrior, and we can't quite deal with that. In the main phase 2, we're going to activate the Zen Malfunction just to bring back our own Warrior, protecting our life points a little bit more, just in case Tabas has a big blowout. Another set monster. We can't even attack at this stage. This is great. Tabas is going to turn his guys vertical, clear out our Hunter, and try and clear out the new set monster. Thankfully, the Pelter is pretty big. Oh my god, what do we do? As traffic control is such an annoying card. Right, we're going to go for the bat, grabbing the hunter bat from our graveyard and passing the turn. You can attack, Tobias. Why don't you deal with my monsters? Damn it. Right, we're going to go for the hunter again, pitch a card from Tobias's hand. It is the Heartfelt Appeal. In the battle phase, we can't attack because of our traffic control. Oh, God, Murmur's going to set our hunter down. He's going to die. Cool. We're going to tribute for the Feng Wang, just so we have 2 monsters left on the field. That is
fat red tomato.
I can't believe this is the game state. Traffic control is such an annoying card. Right, we're going to summon down the Feng Wang again. This time we can finally actually attack, killing the Vanilla. Very good hit. And then the Feng Wang will bounce back to hand. If Tobias can establish any monster with decent attack, we kind of lose. We're going to go for our Emerald here, see whether we can punch on over the 3rd Vanilla.
It just gets better and better.
God, we are really living on the edge here. Tobias just keeps on passing. We're going to keep on trying to summon down our Feng Wang, deal with the Vanilla. We are living on this pelter and a dream, baby. In the main phase 2, we are going to fire off the Zen Malfunction, though, just to beef up our defenses by recurring back a wind-up warrior. Tobias' turn. Things are going to go vertical, activating the Ego Boost, and our warrior is no more. I'm surprised you didn't do that to clear the pelter. I thought pelter would have been more of a threat to you. Right, we're going to summon down the old Junk Defender. Why?
You pile of junk!
Firing off the Ego Boost just so it can clear the wind-up warrior, dealing a nice 300 to Tobias. Right, Needle Sunfish is going to get fired. We're going to take no damage because we've got the Mirror Mail.
Crashing them
Needle Sunfish.
into a...
Junk Defender equipped with Mirror Mail.
How long have you been in the Force?
Alright, finally we've assembled it. Shark Stickers into Shark Stickers. I'll overlay them both to make the Black Ray Lancer, baby.
With these 2 monsters, I build the overlay network and XE summon Black Ray Lancer!
What's up, big guy?
And see ya, Wind-Up Warrior, you're out of here. We're going to set down our Evolutionary Witch and pass the turn. Tobias is going to go for the bat, grabbing the warrior bat from the graveyard. I can't believe we're like nearly out of cards in deck. This duel has gone on for so long. We're going to summon the Feng Wang, deal with Tobias's damage diet, clear the bat, and then go for the Black Ray direct. Right, Tobias is going to go for the Wind-Up Warrior, boosting itself, plus the Ego Boost to clear the Lancer. We do have the Evolutionary Bridge though, so we can target an evil child in the graveyard, reviving back our Geffiro and redirecting the attack onto him. Geffiro will fade. We're going to grab back the Diplo. Diplo can deal with the traffic control at long last, and now we can maybe start getting things going. Tobias is going to go for the Fiery Fervor. I don't like this card. This card is hard to remember how it works. We're just going to go for the Sunfish. I don't know whether that works. Okay, it does. Tobias is going to lose the monster, and we're going to deal a nice 3700 direct here, putting Tobias onto even lower life points than us. The tides have turned, but not when Wind-Up Knight is on the field. Diplo will fade here, but so will the Knight, because we're going to go for the Mirror Mail, and that is the game. I'm going to put Duel 2 on fast forward because that duel lasted forever. Right, leading into game 2, we've got a pretty decent opening hand. The Wind-Up Knight will get summoned. We're going to try and crash with the Emerald Knight. We'll use this effect. Murmur will set our guy down, and then we lose him. We're going to set a card, go for our Mirror Mail. Ego Boost is going to get fired off, and Tobias is going to be able to clear the Geffiro. We're going to go for the 1 day piece, drawing a card, setting down our Pelter. Tobias is going to keep setting. Thankfully, our Pelter is just big enough. Are we going to go for the Feng Wang? Yes, we are, pulling out 2 of Tobias's back row, and then dealing with the Knight. In the end phase, Feng Wang will return to the hand. Tobias' turn, he's just doing nothing. We're going to go for the Odonto into Volcano, into Pelter, clearing Tobias' monsters. Down comes the Senior Silver Ninja. He's a little too beefy for us. There can only be 1 Silver Face-Up Ninja on the field.
That's cheating. Can't have that.
I guess it doesn't really matter because we're not using his effects, but technically you're cheating here, Tobias. What a cheat. What an absolute rube you are. Right, we're going to lose our Volcano. Things are happening, loads of cards are getting set. Sadly, all of our monsters are dying to Senior Silver Ninjas, including the old Geffiro, who's going to bounce back, summon back some cards. We're going to go for the bridge again. The Volcano will die. Thankfully, we do have the Hunter, although I can't really do too much with it. We're going to go for the Ego Boost, clearing Tobias' Knight. Finally, our thingy will die because of the Mirror Mail, and then Senior Silver Ninja is down. Now there is only one on the field, we have restored the game state to how it should be. Vanilla will get banished and whatever's going on. Some Laugh or Lancelot is going to get summoned. We're going to go for the Ego Boost to clear it. Then we are going to lose nothing because we're going to go for the Evo Bridge, summoning back our Pelter. Going to go for the Feng Wang, dealing with the damage die, and then passing the turn. Down comes the Sunfish plus the Ego Boost. We're going to Ego Boost as well, dealing with the Senior Silver Ninja at long last. Needle Sunfish is going to clear the wind up bat, and then we're going to go for our own bat, tribute him off to get rid of one card from Tabas's hand. Down comes Wind Up Knight, that is our Hunter gone, and we're probably out of the game at this stage. We're just going to crash the Sunfishes, then we're going to go for the Zen Malfunction, bringing back our Hunter. Damn it, Vanilla fades, and the Wind Up Warrior is just beefy enough to deal with the rest of our cards. Things are looking pretty bad here, although we do have the Volcano, so things could always get worse.
It's all downhill from here.
We're going to lose both our monsters, and this is another nice chunk of damage here. Not actually when we have our Front Defender into the Black Ray Lancer, clearing the Wind Up Warrior. Mirror Mail is going to also clear the Black Ray Lancer too. Oh god, we're back in this scenario where we just can't do anything. But sure, if you want to make Illuminate, go for it, King. Our field is slowly dissipating. The Ego Boost finally gets us rid of the Pelter. We're going to Murmur. We're going to summon down our Diplo, clear the Needle Sunfish, and this is pretty much the game. Bars can detach, go for the Wind Up Bat, reviving that back. We're going to go for the Warrior here, try and deal with the Bat. Tabas are going to go for another Knight. How many of these cards do you have? I don't know why his Illuminate isn't attacking, but whatever, we are just about dealing with things thanks to the Feng Wang. In the end phase though, this looks 3-game. Thankfully we decided not to do a game 3 after that slog of a game.
Oh, well that's a small mercy.
So next up we're going to be opening Hidden Arsenal 5, Yu-Gi-Oh! 3D Bonds Beyond Time Movie Pack, and Turbo Pack Booster 7 and 8. Mixing up what we pull from all of these sets into one combined janky sealed mess.
What a mess!
So starting off with Hidden Arsenal 5, this is actually a pretty interesting side set just for the lore of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it introduced a lot of archetypes that have obviously had so much prevalence with different retrains going forward and different storylines intersecting with stuff like the Shadows. You get the Gustos, you get the Gishkis, you get the Larvals, you get the Steel Swarms, you get the Violons, and you get the Gem Knights.
A list of shit.
Most of these cards all suck and did nothing. Obviously, Gem Knights somewhat being an exception just because they had the Gem Knight FTK and various builds with the Brilliant Fusion later down the line. Violons and Larvals never did anything. Gishki were a semi-competent ritual deck, and the Gustos are hell.
Because they're empty and disgusting.
There are no cards here that we really care about, although I wouldn't mind pulling a few of the ritual monsters just because I like playing ritual decks, and maybe a couple of the Gem Knight fusions could be usable. The Synchros are all pretty trash. Now the Bonds Beyond Time movie pack isn't going to be useful at all in the sealed match because none of these cards are actually summonable, but going forward in progression some of these cards could be quite usable. The Malefic Cyber End Dragon, for example, just being able to banish a Cyber End Dragon from my extra deck to summon out the 4000 attacker could be nice at closing out games, especially with something like limiter removal. The Malefic Rainbow Dragon and the Malefic Red Eyes and Blue Eyes, they're less good. Turbo Pack 7 is probably one of the weaker Turbo Packs. There are a couple of good cards in this set that we didn't have before, like the Catasta and the Herald of Orange Light, but most of these other cards we either have enough copies of or just don't matter in the slightest. It's sadly a similar case with Turbo Pack Booster 8. All of the high rarity stuff don't really matter because we have more than enough copies of these cards already, but there are two commons that are pretty darn good. Wind Up Factory, of course, we only just got this card as a super rare in Generation 4, so I'd love to pick up a couple of copies of this card. And then the Fire Dog, I think we only have one in our collection. It might be good to get a couple more, although I think we are probably beyond the point where the Flamvell line is viable. Right, let's flick on over to our collection to see how well we pulled from all 4 of these sets. So of our 15 packs of Hidden Arsenal 5, I mean, I'm going to scroll through these cards like any of them matter and I know what any of these cards do, but I really don't, so yay, we got some cards. Just about the only card that matters from this set is Malefic Cyber End Dragon, so really glad we pulled a playset of this card, don't really care about anything else. Alright, so looking at our pulls from Turbo Pack 7, we did pull one Orange Light, and yeah, the rest of these cards are okay, I guess. Turbo Pack 8, on the other hand, was oh so kind to us. We got ourselves a second Fire Dog, and then 2 Wind Up Factory.
Is this a wind up?
Oh, that is really something. Man, can we actually play wind-ups competitively? Like, we don't have any of their Extra Deck bosses, but we have like 2 Factory and 2 Magician now.
All the
pieces are in place.
Oh god, I'll have to think about that. Right, let's head on over to Dueling Book to see what we made for our sealed deck.
Brother,
That is one big pile of shit.
Honestly, I cannot be bothered to read any of these cards' effects because I'm sure most of these cards are just here for their stat line. If any of the effects do matter, we can learn what they are together during the game.
Doesn't that sound nice?
Right, let's head to the replay. Alright, looking at opening hand, we've got 3 Steel Swarm monsters. Woo, crazy! Twice, are going to go for the Upstart. That's a good card. How dare you have that in your deck. Setting down 2. And any monsters on the field? Yep, down comes the Chain. I think just as an 1800 vanilla because the Bars isn't using his effect. We're going to set down our 1900 Defender and pass the turn. Down comes the Fire Dog. Definitely not quite big enough to deal with our Gatekeeper. We're going to tribute him off for the Mantis.
I am Mantis.
Okay, we can pay 1,000 to bring back the Gatekeeper, which I guess we're probably going to do. Bringing back the Gatekeeper, thanks for giving me the extra 1,000 with the Upstart there, Tobias. And now our Mantis can deal with Fire Dog. Right, we feel pretty good. We've got a 2200 attack on the field. What can Tobias do about that? Hopefully nothing. We're going to summon down the Vanguard, sure, and then give him the material to buff his attack by 600, setting down a card, and then we can clear the Chain. And then using our Mantis to clear whatever Tobias has got set in the back row, the Tourmaline. This is like it's pretty much a game over. Like, what possible hope does Tobias have now? We're going to Synchro and make the Sigma Male.
you're broke! You're fucking poor!
And use some effects to grab the vinyl material from the deck apparently, and another vinyl material from the deck. I don't know what is going on. We're going to activate 2 vinyl materials to buff our guy up to 3000 attack.
Breathe air.
Crazy! The Winder will float on into the Egil, leader of Mechonis.
Egil, leader of Mechonis.
And then the Sigma will be able to clean up the Egil, floating on in finally to the Calm, Serenity of Gusto. We're going to end the turn here. We can't deal with the Calm just yet and see what Tobias has cooking. The Calm is going to fade for the Moth.
Yes, a moth.
Okay, we're bugging out here. Moth is going to clear Mantis in battle and then go for the Infestation Wave to bounce the Moth back to hand, popping our Synchro here. Pretty good out to both of our big monsters, but it puts you severely vulnerable here. We don't mind seeing the Fire Dog off the top here. I'm not going to be able to get the value off his effect at all because I don't think we're actually playing any cards that matter, but also Tobias has no monsters. But a big 1900 damage is pretty nice. Tobias just setting, hopefully regretting. We're going to go for the Cooler though, see whether we can dial up a victory here. The Fire Dog will clear the Thunderbolt, sure. And then we'll grab from our deck absolutely nothing, and then we can do the Cooler, dialing on in and dealing a nice 1700 here. In the end phase, Thunderbolt will banish Augusta from the graveyard to summon a Wind Psychic from the deck, and Tobias is going to summon the Windar Sage of Gusto. Okay, 2k attacker seems pretty big to me. Down comes the Herald of Orange Light, and oh my god, we are making a level 8 Synchro here. What do we got? The Epsilon! Equip cards, equip this card, can't be targeted by cards or effects. Well, you can send an equip card to target monster I can try and destroy it. Okay, he's just a big 2800 idiot here.
You're the idiot here.
Gonna clear the Cooler. Our turn, can we make any of our Synchros if we play well? I do not know whether we can. We're gonna set down the Egil,
leader of Mechonis.
And pass the turn. Tobias is going to summon down the Alexandrite and tribute it off for the Sapphire. Really? I would have just kept the Alexandrite. That's another big beefy attacker. We are going to lose our
Egil, leader of Mechonis.
Thankfully we can grab from our deck the Winder, Priestess of Gusto. Mirror of Oath is going to activate, killing the Winder and letting Tobias draw 1 card. Interesting tech piece. We're going to tribute off our Gatekeeper for the old Mothman and use a Mothman's effect to pay 1,000 and bounce Tobias's board back to the hand. In combat we can do a nice 4300 and that is the game. Game 2, Trick Boogaloo. Tobias is dealing with a simple set. We're going to reciprocate that, setting down our Gatekeeper. Down comes the Fire Dog. Thankfully the Gatekeeper is big bootied enough to withstand the Fire Dog's attack. We're going to tribute off for the Moth, bounce Putubasa cards to the hand, and then deal a nice 2400 direct. God, Moth is like the best card in the set.
And the dentist says, well, if you think you're a moth, why are you in the dentist's office? Oh no, I forgot the punchline.
We're going to set down the Emperor's Holiday just to nullify any Violon potential shenanigans. Down comes the Cell, since Putubasa has no monsters, followed up by his own Moth. That's going to bounce our Moth back to the hand, and we are going to now probably lose the game. How do we beat Moth? We don't, is the answer. We're going to set down a card. Putubasa going to go for the Herald, making the Epsilon. Uh-oh. We're going to lose the Goldo here, and Goldo will bring forth the Eggle.
Leader of Mechonis.
Right, our turn, we're going to grab a window from our draw. Can we make any of our synchros? Probably not. We're going to set down a card. Fire Dog is going to get summoned, and we are going to lose the window. Window will grab us the Goldo from the deck, and then Fire Dog can't be bothered to attack for some reason. We're going to then go for our window here, doing nothing, and then synchroing into the Digusto Goldos. I was saying we can target shuffle 2 Gustos from the graveyard to pop a card. Awesome. Down goes the Epsilon, as we're going to shuffle back 2 of our Gustos to deal with it, and then we can run on over the Fire Dog here. It'd be nice if I knew what half these cards did.
That would be a start.
Plus, he's going to send a monster. We're going to go for our Cooler. See ya, Eggle, Leader of Mechonis.
Now go. Shulk can still be saved. Do not let the last glimmer of hope be extinguished.
Down comes the Thunderbolt. Down comes the Lightning
Warrior.
We're going to lose our Goldos here, losing a load of life points. We're going to summon the Moth though, bouncing the Lightning Warrior to the deck, and getting a nice 2400 here. Thankfully, our Leader of Mechonis is still standing strong. Plus, we're going to shuffle some cards back into his deck, and then lose! Thank you, Eggle. We wouldn't have done it without you, baby.
You will never defeat me.
Alright, and welcome to the Seal of Progrichalcos, because we are playing GX Archetypes once again, baby! Okay, our opening hand is pretty good. Anytime you see the Test Tiger, you know you're off to a good start. First, we're going to go for the Humble 2 set in the back, +1 monster. We're going to go for the
Are you having a stroke?
Dimakari here, and get Bottomless. Okay, that's pretty problematic. Down comes the lose to Jinzo. Are you kidding me? What era are we playing, Tobias?
What time did we travel to?
Like, I thought I was jumping back in terms of our progression by going for a GX deck. You're going all the way back to, okay, I mean, Dark Arm Dragon, yeah, that was a GX card as well. But you're going all the way back to flipping Metal Raiders here? What is going on? Right, we're going to summon
Not another stroke!
Dimakari again, summon down the Test Tiger, tributing them off to make the Sekitar. Then we're going to give him the Battle Manica, attack on into the Jinzo, take a big ton of damage here, but then fire off the Sekitar's ability, summoning out a Mamillo, and then the Laqueri Mamillo can pop with the Jinzo, and then we will grab back the Battle Manica from our graveyard, shuffle back the Mamillo and everything into your boy Heraclinos, giving him the Archfiend Shield and the Battle Manica. What hope do you have now, Tobias? Cyber Dragon off the top is pretty big. Oh my god, I'm gonna get dadded. I'm gonna get dadded. That is so sad. Brio will get summoned, shuffling our monster back to the extra deck. You could just summon Dad here, right? You got 3 in the grave. Why don't you just win, Tobias? You had 3 in the grave, you got to just 1. Oh yeah, there we go.
200 points, alright.
Right, this time we're going to go for the Laqueri, setting down 1 card, passing the turn. Laqueri, Book of Moon, jeez Louise, this is like 2008 era Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, Tomas is going to set a card. We are going to go for the Darius, summon down our Test Tiger, tributing the Test Tiger to shuffle the Darius into the Bestiary. We're going to pop the Call of the Haunted, then we're going to sink into the Gaizaurus and try and pop Tobias' back 2 cards. Down comes the Compulse, putting our monster back in the extra deck. Uh-oh. Down comes the Jinzo, yeah. Don't forget to use the Witch to grab your old pal Dad. We are going to book the Jinzo just to avoid taking some damage here. Our turn, okay, Laqueri is a huge draw here. We can finally clear the Jinzo, shuffle him back for the Sam Knight. Oh, and then just passed. Tobias' turn, can he out at 1600? No, he can't. Right, we're going to summon the Mamillo, giving him the Archfiend Shield, and then clearing whatever Tobias' new set is. Sunny Pixie fades.
The Pixie's back.
We're going to get the second attack with the Sam Knight, grabbing the War Chariot from our deck to the other hand, And then the old Mamillo can try and attack, but it's going to get banished by the D prison. Then phase 2, we're going to set down our War Chariot and pass the turn. MST is going to fire, clearing our War Chariot. That pretty much means Tabas has a big monster. Down comes the Chaos Sork, Samurai is banished, and we are at a very low resource state already. We're going to go for the Respite here, shuffling back our hand into the deck to draw 3 fresh cards, hoping we actually draw something good. Proving Ground and Return ain't bad. I'm going to shuffle back 3 of our dead Gladiator Beast cards, drawing a card. With our new hand, we're going to fire off the Gladiator, Proving Ground, grabbing the Laquari from the deck. Passing. Jinzo's going to get summoned. We're going to take 2400 here. Why did we just pass?
Because you're stupid.
Finally, for some reason, we're finally going to start going. We're going to go hard into our Bestiary now. I don't know why we decided to wait 2 turns doing nothing. We're going to set down a couple of cards and pass the turn. We're also going to clear the Bestie. We're going to get rid of the Archfiend Shield to protect him. And then our turn. What are we doing? We're going to summon the Secutor, go with the Bestiary, make the Gizaris, try and pop Tabas's remaining 2 cards. Can't do the bottomless when Jinzo's on the field, you idiot.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Going to deal 2400 direct, and have we put 3 Darks in the graveyard for Tobias? 1, 2, 3, yes we have. We know that Dad is coming, but we don't really care. We're going to go for the
Are you having a stroke?
Mercari and the Laquari. We do have the Torrential for Dad. Down comes the Dad, down comes Torrential, field is wiped, and we feel pretty good about this. We're going to go for the Laquari here, punching on in for a nice 1800, and now it's the case of whether Tabas can draw the out. Well, he drew the out to Laquari, but what are you going to draw now, Tabas? Absolutely nothing. Right, we're going to go for the
Are you having a stroke?
Makari, dealing and not dealing any damage because of the Die Prison. Tabas's turn, he's just passing. Finally, we can get the ball rolling. I'm doing some good damage here, grabbing the Laquari with the Proving Ground and dealing a nice 1800 in. Tabas is going to go for the AD changer to negate the attack. It doesn't work that way, but whatever, we will allow the lies. Down comes Cyber Dragon and the... I can't believe I'm losing to this. Yep, we're down to 1100 life points. What hope do we have? Well, the Darius is a faint hope, but he's a hope nonetheless. Witch will fade and Tabas will grab the Changer Synchron. And then we're going to float the Darius into the... We're just going to pretend we did it the other way around, where we floated the Bestiary into the Darius, and then Darius, Bestiary, and Laquari are going to grab us the Darius from the deck, and then we're going to sync these 3 off. Oh, I don't know. What are we doing? Why didn't we make the Heraclinos? I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, well, that much is evident.
MST is going to clear our Battle Hanukkah. And comes the Brio. What is going on?
Protagonist is I, Paradox, and I will be playing the Malefic cards. As White Tabas, thanks to the Bond Time deck, we will be playing for not just for the fate of this world, but the fate of all 3 worlds altogether. But we play the Malefic monsters, the Cyber End Dragon, the Rainbow Dragon, the Necro Valley, and the Royal Tribute. What hope do you have against my Malefic world, Tabas? Let's head on into the replay.
I really hope people watching this understand that I'm just doing a reference to the abridged voice of Paradox from Little Kubo series, and don't just think I'm having like some sort of weird seizure going on at the moment. Anyway, I will speak normally during the duel, I promise that.
Protagonists, I challenge you to a card game!
So we're going to set down our big traps. Tabas is going to set even more, and then the Witch is going to hit us indirect for 1100 life points.
I am here for the one who destroyed the future!
We're going to fire off the upstart. Finally, the Commandant gets us into the Necro Valley, and we are golden, baby. We're going to fire the Necro Valley, banishing this Cyber End Dragon from our extra deck.
I summon the Malefic Cyber End Dragon!
To summon the Malefic
Malefic
Cyber End Dragon from our hand. Boom, baby! See ya, Witch. Well, see ya, thingy. No, you're not. We're going to go for the old 7 tools, paying 1,000 life points to protect our monster. You want to ask, going to solemn judgment my 7 tools? Well, we're going to say no to that, baby. Boom!
Now I am going to destroy you with my Malefic monsters!
Destroy your Witch and putting Tabas down to 1600 after 1 attack. MST.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Great.
What destroyed the world was card games.
How have we bricked on 2 Rainbow Dragon?
Seems pretty obvious.
We're going to set down the Fusilier. Tabasa just... Oh my god, we're going to lose to change the Synchron. Okay, not even Catastor. What is going on? That's bad. We're going to go for the Torrential Tribute, destroying both monsters on the field. Our turn. Ryo is a pretty good draw. There's no chance he's living. Yeah, we're going to go for the SJ, paying half our life points, attacking on in, into his Corrector Armor. And as long as Tabasa doesn't draw a monster, we are still in this. Well, Compulsory saves us for another turn. Terraforming, great.
Let's see how you like things in the Malefic world.
Right, we're going to grab the Malefic world, and hopefully this allows us to bring forth some of our big chunguses. Instead of our draw phase, we're going to fire off the effects of Malefic world, revealing the Rainbow Dragon, and then the Cyber End Dragon from our deck, and we grab the Cyber End Dragon. We're then going to banish the Cyber End Dragon to summon our Malefic Cyber End Dragon.
I summon the Malefic Cyber End Dragon.
And let's see whether Tabasa has any back row response. Down comes the bottomless. Okay. How have we not died? What the hell is going on with your monsters, Tabasa? Right, we're going to go for the Fusilier here. 1400 attack. I mean, it doesn't sound great, but apparently it's big enough to warrant Tabasa having to go for the Compulse here. Twister's going to get fired off. We're going to lose our world. 2 of his monsters are going to get synced off to make the Synchron. Tabasa going to draw a card, go for the Scapegoat. We're going to Compulse the Formula Synchron. So 4 Scapegoat tokens are going to get summoned. And then the Formula Synchron will net Tabasa a draw, which he's just going to set down. Okay. Right, we're going to go for the Skill Drain in the back row and then the Fusilier in the front row. See if we can take down a Goat token and maybe live another turn. Saku has something to say about that, and we are back down on nothing. The fact that Tabasa still doesn't kill me really shows how shit his deck is. Okay, finally a Light and a Dark are going to get banished for the Chaos Sorcerer. That's going to try and attack in directly for the game, and we are going to take it.
No.
Right, into game 2. Quite disappointing that the Malefic weren't able to do much, but I guess Tabasa is just playing like all the back row ever.
Well. If it isn't my old friend
Tobias.
Right, into game 2, and oh my gosh, I was thinking this is just another terrible hand, but the Terraforming is really coming in to save it. We're going to grab the Necro Valley, fire that off, banishing our Rainbow Dragon to summon the Malefic Rainbow Dragon from the hand.
Now I summon my Malefic Rainbow Dragon.
And then we're going to go for the normal summon of Fusilier, setting 2 in the back row, and then Royal Tribute Tobias! See your hand and send it to the graveyard. See your Cyber Dragon, see your Sonny Pixie, see your Change of Synchron. Get it gone. This game is as good as mine, baby. Oh my god, that was like the god hand. The fact that we've got Solemn Judgment and the Skill Drain to buff our monster back up to 2800 and then just say no to anything Tabasa might have to say against things.
Ah, the hand of God.
That was insane. MSD, we're going to Skill Drain protects the Malefic monster from dying. I didn't even realize that would happen. Oh, I'm such a genius. Look at this. We've got a 2800 and a 4k attacker after 1 turn. Oh, and the Commandant is the icing on top. Okay, Call of the Haunted, you're just done, sir. We're going to go for the Say No, paying half our life points. We don't even care. This is the game, baby. Oh my gosh. Paradox would be proud. Right, into the game 3. Can our Malefic make this the old 2-1 reverse sweep, baby?
We meet again.
Tobias.
It is time to do the do.
Okay, our opening hand is pretty mid, if I'm being honest. If Tabasa can set up a good few back row, we might be out of the game already. Yep, 3 in the back and 1 in the front. That is scary. We're going to go for the old Terraforming, grabbing our Necro Valley from deck to hand. Do we go for the Commandant as well, or do we just go for the Necro Valley big beat stick? We're going to banish the Rainbow from the deck, summoning our Malefic Rainbow Dragon from the hand.
Now I summon my Malefic Rainbow Dragon.
Seeing whether Tabasa has any response to that. Yep, the bottomless, that is predictable. Going to set down 3 and then just pass the turn. MST is going to get fired off, getting rid of our Necro Valley. We don't really mind too much about that because we do have the Commandant. We're going to summon down the Fusilier, sink him down to 1400, and we know we can probably deal with what Tabas has got in the back. Yeah, the AE changer is dead. Right, down comes Cyber Dragon. Do we have anything that can deal with that? Not really. We're going to lose the Fusilier here, and that's fine. I wish we had our skill drain, but sadly not. Commandant, I guess we're going to have to discard, grabbing the Necro Valley from our deck to the hand, firing down the Necro Valley, summoning down our other Commandant, buffing himself up to 2100. Plus, we're going to go for the book. We're going to go for... Oh god, it feels really bad saying no to a Book of Moon, but I think we have to. And then we're going to go for the 7 tools on the compulsory. We're just doing all of this just to trade with the Cyber Dragon.
Not a great plan.
Do you know how bad that was for me? I just lost 4,650 life points to crashing the
Gravekeeper's Commandant boosted by Necro Valley.
Into a...
Cyber Dragon.
How long have you been in the Force?
Right, Tabas's turn. Down comes the MST. We are going to lose our Necro Valley. I don't know why you didn't go for a final battle cry. I suppose the summon limit probably isn't going to affect too much going on forward. Ah! Damn, bro, we could have had the Malefic.
Malefic.
Cyber Dragon, that sucks. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be painful. Come on. Oh, it's not over yet. Commandant, grab your boy Necro Valley. Here we go. Cyber Dragon, see ya, baby. Bring forth the Malefic.
Malefic.
Cyber Dragon.
I summon the Malefic Cyber Dragon.
Oh, baby. Malefic
Malefic
is the way to be. Everybody loves them. Change of Sync one's going to die. Don't you have an AD in the graveyard? Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter too much in this stage. I'm just terrified that Chaos is going to get summoned and we just lose anyway. Off the spot, Tabas are doing nothing. We're going to go for the Royal Tributes. Oh my god, get out of here, Dad. See you, Dad.
Why did Dad leave?
Well, he got royal tributed.
So sad.
See you, DD Crow. That is a huge Royal Tribute there. Malefic is going to be able to deal with whatever Tabas has cooking. Down goes the Sunny Pixie, and now Tabas, you are literally one card down. How are you this good at Yu-Gi-Oh? The Thousand Eyes Restrict.
I've created the one, the only, the Thousand Eyes Restrict.
From one evil villain's boss monster to another, the Malefic Cyber Dragon meets his end.
Sucky fuck.
Oh god. Okay. These top decks from both of us are so insane. Well, this is like an anime duel, right? Thunder King Ryo off the top. Dome him for 1900. What hope do you have now, Tobias? This is surely the game. Surely, even if you have a Chaos Monster, our guy can negate it. And bingo, bango, another Malefic Cyber Dragon. Oh, we're going to banish the second Cyber from our extra deck. Summon forth the Malefic Cyber Dragon.
I summon the Malefic Cyber Dragon.
And now, Tobias, look upon your demise as the Malefic and the Thunder King punch an indirect, eviscerating your final life points.
I am victorious.
Protagonist, you have been defeated by me, Paradox. Alright, for our final question deck, we are bringing back the Wattlock, baby.
Dear God, why?
Thanks to Photon Shockwave, we now have 3 Watt Cobra. This is just another really great Watt monster. He can attack directly, and if he inflicts battle damage, we get to add a Watt from deck to hand, as well as having 3 Watt cancel. If Tabas would normal summon a monster, we can discard a Watt to negate the summon and destroy it. These 2 cards really help buff the deck up, just making it a lot more competitive against a variety of things that Tabas might be playing. If Tabas is still playing that Chaos deck, I mean, I feel like this deck is just an easy 2-0 sweep, baby. Hopefully he's bringing something different to the final match. We shall see. Okay, opening hand is kind of interesting. We're going to summon down the Watt Pheasant and set back our Watt Cancel and the Scapegoat here. Tabas is going to set down 3, 4, try and go for the Secutor. We're going to go for the Cancel. We are not letting you have that, baby. Discarding our Watt Pheasant to pop the Secutor. Our turn, we're going to set down the Divine Wrath, summon down the first Hopper, baby. And then the Watt Pheasant will be able to attack on in, get banished, and get compulsoried. All of our field is gone. Right, down comes the Laquaria plus the Test Tiger. Down comes Secutor. We're going to go for the Gladiator Lash, popping our Hopper from hand. Secutor is going to punch in, try and declare his effect. We are going to go for the Divine Wrath, discarding the What Woodpecker to pop it. We are down to 1 card each after 2 turns, baby.
Conservation, Henry. Managing resources. That is the key to
Yu-Gi-Oh!
This is getting crazy. Right, we're going to fire off the Scapegoat in the end phase just so we don't have to worry about clogging our zones too much. Down comes our Watt Pheasant, clearing out a nice 1,000 life points here. And now Tabas is drawing onto 1 card. Thankfully can't do anything. Say No is insane here. Right, doing another nice 1,000 here. Putting Tabas down to 6k. 1 for 1 is quite cool, but we can't do anything with it just yet. Saku, that is fine. We'll happily use the Watt Pheasant here. Don't want to waste the Solemn on that. Watt Cobra. Oh, the power of the snake. Cobra will pinch on in for another 1,000, and then we can grab the barracks. Oh baby, we're gonna start hand ripping you. Secutor plus the Test Tiger. We're gonna go for the Solemn Judgment on the Test Tiger. Mamillo, sorry, is gonna punch over the Scapegoat. A quest is gonna get summoned, and the Secutor is gonna go back to the hand. That is the long and short of it here. Our turn. God, we just need 1 more zone free. Right, we're gonna go for the old barracks here, and then use him plus 2 of our little Scapegoat tokens to make the magical android. Battle phase is gonna go for the android, punch on over the Battle Manica, and then try and use the Cobra indirect for another nice 1,000. Grabbing from deck to hand, the Hopper. At the end of the battle phase, Tabas will get the choice to float with his request, which he is going to do, grabbing from his deck the Mamillo and popping our Cobra. In the end phase, Tabas is going to also go for the War Chariot to pop the magical android as it tries to give us life.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
That's an unexpected use of War Chariot, I must say. Right, down comes the Equest. We're going to lose our final token here, and then the Equest is going to punch on in for 1,600. Tabas is going to be able to float on into the Laquari and the second Laquari, both of them being buffed up to 2,100. We do have the lock here. We are going to go for the Hopper, plus the 1 for 1, discarding the Dragonfly to make our second Hopper.
Okay, locked and loaded.
And now we can just sit on this and hope we draw one of our cards that can attack directly. Tabas is going to go for the Proving Ground here. We're going to activate the Limit Reverse in response, bringing back the old Watt Cobra. So Tabas is going to grab the Hot Blow and set it down. Our turn, we're just happy about this. We can just punch on in with the Cobra directly. 2 turns time, Tabas, you are dead. Coming down to our second Watt Cobra and then putting Tabas onto 200. 1 turn left, baby. What can you do? Proving Ground is going to grab a Laquari, and Book of Moon does nothing, and that is the game. And Tabas is so salty that he lost to the Watts again. He has left the mat.
You're a sore loser.
Next episode, we're going to be opening Order of Chaos for our main core set, and then for the second sealed product, we're going to be opening Gold Series 5. Thank you very much for watching. Do please subscribe to stay up to date with more episodes of the Seal of Progrichalcos. Goodbye.